most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, Brad, we're going to discuss the one morning daily habit that can cause your back pain. You need to stop this, Brad, because you can end up starting the day with back pain. What kind of day is that?
Absolutely, Bob. We want to prevent that at any cost.
All right. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And yes, you always want to join us on our website, bobandbrad.com, because we're always giving something away. I'll reveal it just in a minute. It could also be on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page.
Yes.
You want a short version of us, go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. That's the new one.
60 seconds worth.
60 seconds of Bob and Brad.
We talk really fast.
Yeah, we're giving away the Pro-Point. It's by OPTP. This is great for those little trigger points.
Yes.
You can lay on it. It actually has a suction cup too. That you can, if you have the right surface, it'll work on.
Yes, obviously smooth. That's
then you can go lean against it. Then.
Right. Yep.
Then you can put your feet on it.
Yep. Works for that plantar fasciitis self massage.
I won't be able to get that off now, will I?
We'll
there we go. All right. So what is this one morning daily habit that can cause your back pain? What you need to understand throughout the night, your discs. We're going to look at the spine here, Brad. The discs. Those are those things. Those substances.
Yeah, not the disc gonna plow for plowing a field.
Between the bones, between the vertebrae. They fill up with, look, it came down.
Well, that's because I didn't put on the glass.
Oh. They fill up with fluid at night. Because they fill up with fluid, you're actually taller in the morning than you are at night.
Not much, but a little.
But you're also, your back is more vulnerable in the morning. You're more vulnerable for herniations or bulging. So you really want to be very careful with your back, especially the first hour or two until you're up for a while and some of that water squishes back out again.
Right.
So the one morning daily habit you want to avoid is you want to avoid putting your back in this C position here.
Right.
So if Brad would be in the C, do you mind going to the profile, Brad?
Profile.
Yeah.
I know what profile is, Bob.
All right. I'm glad you do.
Okay. Yeah. So
here's good posture. And there's rounded out like that. That's putting stress on the discs, and they're already stressed out from having the additional fluid. So when do you tend to do this? Let me show you. Well, Brad, you're going to show us.
Well, yeah.
Getting out of bed. That's the first, it's the first thing you do in the morning, and a lot of people do it incorrectly.
Sure. So oftentimes
there's a pillow there for you, Brad.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I sleep with a pillow, so we'll kind of mock that. People get up like this, so now I'm rounding, and right at this point,
look at how he's rounded out on the low back.
Right, and then from here we rounded plus we twist, which even stresses the back a little more. And a lot of times people will get that have back pain. Oh, they'll get that sharp pain. And that's oftentimes, or most of the time, is where you get it. So the way we want to do it is, whoa, there goes my pillow.
What a terrible way to start the day.
Well, I got a headrest on my bed, Bob. It never happened at home.
I meant the terrible way to start the day is by bending your back that way and put stress on it.
Right. So I'm going to pretend and think about my back being in a body cast. So I can't do that because it's casted in. Sometimes a visualization will help, and I'm going to rotate. We call it log rolling. To one side. There we go.
Now, if your back hurts, you might even try tightening your abdomen while you roll.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I just had a recent patient who couldn't get out of bed without, Mike, you worked with him, right? And he couldn't get out of bed unless he, without a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And if he tightened up his abdomen, he had no pain.
Right. So that's like putting your natural back brace on. I'm going to tighten up. I can feel it with my fingers. And now it helps if you bring your knees forward and let your feet come off. I'm going to push with this hand and my right elbow and keep that nice and straight. The back.
Look, the back was straight the entire time. There was no stress on it. It's just a great way to do it.
And I'm going to remember good posture while I'm sitting there and not slouching. And then we're not going to bend over to grab our shoes or to put our socks on. We have some options for that.
Right. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. So one thing that you can use, if you have flexibility, you can see me over here, Mike, or should I move that down a little bit? How's that? Okay. If you have flexibility, you may be able to just cross your legs over like this
Sure.
and put your shoes on.
Or your
You know,
socks. Yep.
or your socks on without rounding out and bending forward.
Right.
What you don't want to do is this. You're definitely going to be rounding out if you get into that position. So there's a lot of you out there we know that can't do that, that don't have the flexibility. They can't get the hips up like this. So we're going to give you a couple options. One of them is they do have long-handled shoe horns.
Right.
And they also have elastic shoelaces. We don't have one here set. We lost ours. We can't find them.
Or any kind of slip-on shoe that slips on easily.
Right. Now, you can, the long-handled
You
shoe
better
horn
move there you go.
really helps out here. I'm not good at this.
It does take a little bit of practice.
Yeah. I'm doing really well, aren't I, Brad? That is why.
You're going to need an occupational
go.
therapist to show you.
There we go. I got it.
Could you see that, or Mike?
Yeah, this is why, though, we're going to make maybe another recommendation. By the way, you can also use something like this, a reacher, to help put your pants on.
Right.
Because they can help reach down and use them to manipulate over the leg.
Yeah, these are very commonly used, particularly with people after surgeries and things like that, knees and hips.
All right, this is why I love these shoes here, is because these are Zebas. This is a new brand shoe, brand new, just came out. Yep.
There's the box, ZEBA. Go ahead, Bob. I got a little story I want to talk about these shoes.
Yeah, you'll talk about once I'll show how they work. These are designed, actually, I'm going to push with my heel on this part right here and watch how that rebounds right up. This was designed for this to work this way.
It's spring-loaded.
And it's got a little bit of a ledge there, too.
So your foot slips and it doesn't collapse and squish the heel of the shoe.
Now, what I did with these, Brad, is I tightened these up almost as tight as I could. The shoelaces.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you, I wanted to be truthful here. Despite them being really tight, how I like them, look at that, I can just slide them right on and it pops right back up again.
Yeah, handy dandy.
Yep, and the same on this one. Again, it's as tight as I could really put it, and it pops right back up again. Now watch this part. This is even just as cool. Now it's got a little bit of a ledge here, so when I want to take them off, I can just go like this, and it'll pop right off.
Yeah.
Same right here. A little bit of a ledge. I can pull it right off.
Yeah, I just love these shoes because we don't endorse a product unless we really like it.
Right, exactly.
So a couple weeks ago, we got a pair, and I got a pair for my mother, who's 84 years old, and she has a very difficult time bending over safely in her chair without getting...
A real safety issue.
It is. And I just came back, and I talked to her last night about it. She's had them for 2 weeks, and she said she just loves them.
Yep.
Because last time we bought her a pair of shoes for $170 at the store, she didn't like to wear them.
Yeah.
So they just sit off the side.
$170 out the door.
Right, but these don't even cost that much. But she really enjoys these, and she says they're easy to get on, easy to go off.
These are well made. These are motion control. I would say these are, because look how stiff they are.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely into that range of motion.
They've
control.
got good grip. That was the thing my wife said. Make sure you point that out, because she was looking at them. She goes, they look like they might be slippery. It's like, no, they're not slippery. They hold the floor quite well. So for anybody in your life that you're worried about, I may be getting some for my mom, because this is the same issue with her. And they come in with a lot of styles, and they also come in a wider version, which your mom needed.
Yeah, right. My mom she has some
swelling.
swelling in her feet and ankles, and that was a concern too. And it's worked out well. The extra wide.
Well, anyway, let's move on to the next thing, Brad. So after you got your shoes on and you maybe had some breakfast, you're going to go to work probably. And when you go to work, a lot of people, they may be hitting the car with an hour after they get up. They may do this. They may sit in the car in a slouched manner or rounded out manner. Or even if they somewhat try to stay straight, they're still rounded out.
Because their car seat is not built properly.
The seat is rounded out quite often. So what we're going to recommend there is you may want to start off with just a rolled towel to see how it feels. And you're going to put it in the lower arch of your back. And if you're kind of a thinner person, which I guess I am, you probably don't need as much towel.
Yeah.
If you're a larger person with some major curves, you might need a bigger towel. And
or it depends on your seat. If you got a seat that's really hollowed out or a really soft seat, usually a little bit larger. And you'll know when you put it in.
Yeah. So you would try this and see how you like it for comfort. Use it for a couple days, and then if you decide that yeah, it really does help, my back feels better, I'm keeping my back in the right position, then you may look online and look for one of the back cushions of different sizes. One that maybe fits what you're looking for,
Right.
and they have different densities. There's a whole bunch of them. We like the McKenzie ones, but there's a whole. I mean, you can try any one you like.
Right.
So
yeah, it'd be nice to have 4 of them you could try.
I
But
know that's the problem.
It's one of those things you have to kind of
Yeah,
best judgment.
you have to hope that it's going to work for you because this one actually is inflatable. You've used this one
Yep.
before, Brad,
Mhm.
and my wife uses this one. So it gives you a little variance on how much air you put into it,
Right. Yep.
and it's more of a thinner one.
Right.
So
Yep.
it works out well for that. So those are some of the hints that you can try. When you wake up in the morning, start the day off right, keep the back healthy, and you won't be, crabby by the end of the day. So
Keep your back healthy and your wife happy.
yeah, right, and
Or
your people around you.
Yeah, whoever you're by.
All right. Remember, Brad and I can fix about anything.
Except for
A broken heart.
right, but this isn't going to help.
No.
These
No,
back
no.
things.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
though.
we've got other options.
All right. Thanks.